Wow, I was prepared for 23 minutes of quality television, but this episode of Hazbin Hotel checked all the boxes for me when it comes to a stellar animated season finale. And by that I mean I like when the funny drawings fight! Hazbin Hotel, Season 1, Episode 8. The show must go on sees the crew stand their ground against Adam, Lute, and the Exorcist army, and the aftermath of this battle is absolutely insane. Adam's dead, there's a power vacuum in hell, we finally know where Lilith's been hiding, and we know, without a shadow of a doubt, that the hotel works! There is a lot to unpack, so let's waste no time and dive right into the mayhem. P.S. Please like and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any Hazbin content. We're only getting started. This finale opens with Vox stalking the Hazbin Hotel crew, watching them on multiple monitors so he can actively prey on their downfall. I respect the commitment to hating. I really thought this was heading in a direction where it was revealed he did make the LED mask for the Exorcist, but it doesn't pivot down that path. However, given the ending of this season, I think it could be finally heading in that direction. Think about it, Lute is in charge now. She's clearly not above fighting dirty, and she's going to have a lot on her plate. Training the Exorcists to be better fighters and upgrade their armor to withstand their own weapons. But she'll find it difficult to lead this army without Adam, and I'm sure the rest of heaven will be throwing shit her way. They both have a common goal in wanting to crush the hotel, so that Vaggie and Alastor are ruined in the process. Vox could use his mind control technology and other resources to create new armor for the Exorcist and supply them with new masks that straight up commands them into being better soldiers. All the while, he's rolling out his angel security tech to the sinners in hell, playing both sides and becoming richer than ever because he's profiting off of the pain and suffering of his people. I swear I'm cooking, you guys. But aside from witnessing the big battle from afar, the Vees aren't really, relevant to the episode. I think they were ultimately just thrown in here so they could have one more appearance in the season, satisfying their fans, and filling time as the episode is otherwise pretty action-heavy beyond its first act. Also, is Vox, in love with Alastor? Like, it's clear he's been trying to imitate him with how he dresses and tries to portray himself, but most of his dialogue throughout the episode ranges from, "I can't wait to see this nerd get pounded," to,
"I am so hard right now!"
I unironically think this makes a lot of sense. Vox didn't want Alastor to just be his business partner. He wanted Alastor to be his partner. But Alastor wasn't vibing with it, turned him down, and Vox has been a petty little bitch ever since, wanting to ruin Alastor's image and run him out of town if he can't have him. I assume we'll learn more about the history and their dynamic in Season 2, and I might want to do a deeper dive into this later, but for now, this is my takeaway. He wants him so bad. Also, a little off topic, but Serpent just pulling up in the "Crunchitize me, Captain" fit had me realize, design-wise, he totally reminds me of like a Powerpuff Girls character. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a snake version of Ace with Sephiroth hair. I don't know, just a thought I had to let out into the world and see if anyone agrees. Sound off in the comments.
If you see an angel, stab it.
Nifty understood the assignment. Cherry Bomb pulls up for the fight, and Charlie ends up calling her out for being someone who needs to check into the hotel. This is totally Season 2 setup, even if Cherry looked pretty repulsed during Charlie's speech. She even seemed a little on board with the hotel during the final song. But I won't be surprised if next season she pulls something like,
"Oh, I was just helping out with kicking Adam's ass. Now I gotta go literally anywhere else. Bye!"
I did really love the few moments she got to shine in this finale, and I'm holding out for her to have way more relevance in Season 2. Now heading into this final episode of the season, Pentious already had some death flags. If anyone was gonna bite the dust, it was going to be him. But bro saying, "Cheers to living today and not dying tomorrow," absolutely sealed his fate. Although, depending on how you look at it, he wasn't wrong. More on the whole reincarnating as an angel thing later, but best believe, I was ecstatic to see that our boy made it. Alastor admits to Nifty that he enjoyed seeing the gang connect over the last few months, and that he could get used to having them around. Now, despite us knowing that he's up to some shit, I think his words were genuine here. No need to lie to Nifty of all people after all. That being said, I do think it's likely that although he wants his friends around, he plans on keeping them all on a leash once his plans are fully put into motion. He appreciates his friendships, he doesn't want to let them go, but he's also not going to let emotion get in the way of what he's been striving for. Charlie and Vaggie share a beautiful reprise of More Than Anything that's been stuck in my head, well, more than anything else from these last 2 episodes, Though I was a little let down that there wasn't an epic high-energy battle song, but maybe they're saving that for later down the road. As the Exorcists prepare for the extermination, we see that Lute has fully succumbed to her grudge against Vaggie, alarming even Adam. And in hindsight, this interaction really sets the stage for season 2. Vaggie was number 1 on the shit list before Lute lost an arm, lost her love, and lost a battle that absolutely humiliated her army. Now that she's been really beaten down, she's going to be out for blood when the angels return. I was happy to see that Pentious wasn't the only one suited up for the occasion, as Charlie, Vaggie, Angel Dust, and Cherry Bomb all have battle designs for this episode. Hell, Vox even dropped his blazer. The most notable aspect of Charlie's appearance is her shield. It's shaped like a heart with Lucifer's 6 wings, and a heart-shaped snake in the center. This snake also forms the shape of an apple, with 6 eyes that double as seeds. Very dope design, and Godspeed to all the Charlie cosplayers out there. Vaggie's look really reminded me of Aqua from Kingdom Hearts, and although the X in the center is not uncommon even in everyday fashion, it's the detail about her outfit that I appreciate most given her arc as a fallen angel. Cherry Bomb and Angel Dust have a mobster look going on, with Angel rocking a Tommy, presumably loaded with bullets made of angel steel. I love how these designs all draw from different battle attire from throughout human history. Very cool. As the angels descend and begin their slaughter, Alastor pulls off another insane feat as he broadcasts a shield over the hotel that sprouts tentacles. Perfect Dark Gaia vibes, I'm digging it. Trapping the Exorcists in their domain so they can get wrecked by angelic weapons wielded by the crew and cannibals. But how does Alastor's shield work against angels though? That doesn't seem to have anything to do with angelic steel, and as far as we know, demons shouldn't stand any chance against angels. It makes me wonder if there's more to the radio demon than, well, demon. Now, Adam is able to take down the shield with a strong punch, and while Alastor is able to land hits on Adam, it's clear that Adam's hits sustain way more damage. I mean, Adam is able to land a lethal blow that slices through Alastor's staff like it's butter. There's undoubtedly a huge gap in power. So even if Alastor has more than just demon in his blood, or if it's tied to his magic, angels and their weapons can still curb stomp him. Makes me wonder if he's going to look into getting a new staff with reinforced angelic steel, or if he's going to seek out a way to strengthen his magic and gain an advantage over angels. The way Alastor introduces himself to Adam gives me huge Lilith or Eve gave him the 401 on their shitty X vibes. He acts like he really knows the guy, sizing him up and even saying, "You should know better than anyone what a soul can accomplish when they take charge of their own fate." Which is kind of a hard line, I see you, Alastor. But sadly, after having a winning streak for the entire season, Alastor gets humbled pretty quickly against Adam. And Alastor doesn't even try to stand his ground. He's not dying here today. He retreats. He dips. He pulled a Famiko, which amuses Adam and pisses off Vox. Bro got blue-balled. But hey, Vox still witnessed him running away, which is something he can use as leverage against Alastor in the future. Bro was dunking on everyone all season, thinking he could go unopposed because everyone's scared of him. But now that it's been well documented that he almost died and ran, he's going to have to change his tune. Maybe Vox will finally get that business partnership out of him after all. If I knew I was going to be on board with Pentious and Cherry as an item, I would have been begging for these two to have way more screen time in this season. Partially so we could have seen Cherry warm up to him before he bit the dust. But hey, that door isn't closed yet. Most of their interactions have been Pentious awkwardly trying to make a move on Cherry Bomb, while she remains closed off from those emotions and acts oblivious. Although Angel helps the guy out by letting Cherry know that Pentious has 2 dicks. Which, is that true? Oh dude, it is true! Pentious realizes a sacrificial play is required to take down Adam, and he reaffirms his feelings to Cherry Bomb with a kiss. And we finally get a taste of what the Death Ray can really do!
That could have been ugly.
Pentious' death is the turning point of the episode, where shit really hits the fan, despite how unceremonious it was. They got me though! I laughed! Seeing a friend killed before her very eyes gives Charlie that shonen rage boost. Or shoujo rage boost? Charlie transforming into her full-blown demon mode alongside her pets Razzle and Dazzle. But the bloodshed was just beginning as Lute kills Dazzle during an encounter with Vaggie. You bastard! I know Charlie isn't one for vengeance, but I'm glad bitch lost an arm. At least Dazzle was commemorated with a statue standing tall outside the hotel. Razzle, it's gonna be okay, buddy. As Charlie goes toe-to-toe with Adam, she's able to pierce him with her trident. And like with Alastor, I don't see no angelic steel. And unlike Alastor's shadows, this is a lethal hit. Not to mention, this was something she manifested, not a weapon supplied by Carmine. I assume Charlie's able to hurt Adam because of her dad, Lucifer. He's a fallen angel after all, not a natural hellborn. He still has gold coursing through his veins. This makes Charlie half fallen angel, capable of damaging an angel with her own bare hands. Or giant trident. This is supported by Lucifer's yellow glow, matching the glow of an angel, and his sucker punch on Adam later in the episode. After Vaggie gets the drop on Lute and Homegirl drops her mask, seeing her retain the horns feels like it could be foreshadowing, alluding to Lute going on a downward spiral after losing Adam, and that she herself may be destined to become a fallen angel, getting banished to hell in the distant future. I love that Vaggie abides by her moral code, which Carmine reinforced. She's fighting for love, not for vengeance, and thus she spares Lute. Though she makes it clear she wants Lute to know that it's only because she spared her, the fallen angel that she hated most. But Lute's not ready to tap out and ends up losing her arm from the rubble. Metal, but ultimately pointless as she wasn't able to save Adam. With Vaggie and Lute paralleling one another, and one losing an eye while the other loses an arm, I was wondering if this could have been referencing anything from the Bible. You know, hell show and all. And after researching some passages online, I wonder if it's drawing inspiration from Matthew chapter 5, verses 29 through 30. If your right eye makes you stumble, tear it out and throw it from you. For it is better for you to lose one of the parts of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. If your right hand makes you stumble, cut it off and throw it from you. For it is better for you to lose one of the parts of your body than for your whole body to go into hell. I think this could reflect Lute's mentality, that even when the odds are stacked against her, she'd rather sacrifice a piece of her body and try to fulfill her mission rather than throw in the towel and feel like she's losing her way. Lucifer only decides to get off his ass once Charlie's life is on the line, which is pretty on brand for him, caring about his daughter more than his kingdom or the hotel she worked so hard on. And I adore how during his battle with Adam, Lucifer shifts in and out of the form of different animals, and at least the first two are associated with Satan, a snake and a goat or Baphomet. I'm not sure about the bird and horse, unless you want to argue for the horsemen of the apocalypse. Whatever floats your boat. Lucifer is an absolute savage, as not only does he make it hard for Adam to land a single hit on him, but he also lets it slip that he didn't just give Eve an apple, but fucked her? Bro cucked Adam out of 2 wives. That's gotta hurt. Even if Adam did make a deal with one of those wives behind Lucifer's back, but hey, that just makes the score 2-1, bro. During the climax of the battle, we get to see Charlie tap into more of her power with a sick demon arm that nullifies Adam's attack, and Lucifer shows off his full fallen angel look, which was absolutely sick. But again, good luck cosplayers. It warmed my heart that it didn't take much convincing for Lucifer to practice mercy and spare Adam, although it didn't surprise me to learn that Adam has a literal god complex since he's the very first human, which is probably all it took for him to get into heaven. And I know a lot of people are gonna be freaking out about his face reveal, but honestly, I was just kinda unfazed. I don't know. He certainly looks like a dude, which tracks since he was the template for humanity. But I don't know, he kinda just looks like his voice actor, Alex Brightman. But although the face reveal didn't really impress me, I literally applauded when Nifty killed him. Girl sure knows how to stab. Although Lute and Adam have a tearjerker of a farewell, I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of Adam. Not only is Alex Brightman a great talent to keep around, but if Pentious ended up going to heaven, I think it's possible that we'll see the reverse happen, an angel reincarnating in hell. There's so much to this theory that I think it honestly deserves its own video, which you will be getting very soon. But hey, that's my big prediction. We ain't seen the last of Adam yet. As the Exorcist Retreat, we see that the battle wasn't evenly matched once the shield dropped. Some exorcists were killed, but plenty were able to mop the floor with the cannibals. Thankfully, the extermination didn't have any reach beyond the hotel. It was actually officially declared canceled to the inhabitants of hell in Katie Killjoy's news report. Katie's report also marks the start of Lucifer's image being rehabilitated, and he seems to have a renewed lease on life according to his verses in the big finale song. I think we'll see him step up as the king of hell and get more involved with its affairs come season 2, which makes sense since he might be trading places with Lilith as the bum parent. But I don't think he's the only character who'll have more stuff to do, as Nifty might become a target by overlords and angels alike since the public knows she killed Adam. Or, what I find to be the vastly more interesting route, Nifty's kill will land her a spot as a new overlord of hell. Imagine she ends up trading places with Alastor in the court of public opinion. Charlie might be accused of ordering Adam's murder since Nifty went on record saying, "Charlie told me to stab, so I stabbed," even though Charlie didn't necessarily have Adam in mind. Also, Katie reporting that Charlie and her friends weren't totally fucking useless for once was another moment where I found myself wishing that this season was longer than 8 episodes, cause we didn't really get to marinate in their failures. It was a satisfying victory, but that really drove home that it should have felt way more satisfying than it actually was. And what was one of the biggest jaw droppers due to it finally giving us confirmation that he's trapped in a deal? Alastor starts tweaking after his near-death experience. He wants to get out of his deal more than ever, and is looking for a loophole to get him out, because he wants to be the one pulling all the strings. Alongside the dirt Vox now has on him, I think the radio demon will be going through his own personal hell in season 2. And Pentious has reincarnated in heaven! Yeah, baby, the hotel works! While his selfless sacrifice was definitely the missing piece in his redemption, I truly do think it was everything he learned from his time in the hotel that allowed him to ascend. The game has truly changed now that there's a decent idea on what it takes for a soul to get into heaven. Emily is ecstatic about this development, while Sarah looks absolutely dumbfounded. This was definitely the last thing she expected to see. Meanwhile, Lute is on a beach, approaching a mysterious woman we've been longing to see since the very first episode. Lilith! Lute arrives with Adam's halo, remarking that since he's dead, her deal is done. That's right, folks. Lilith had a deal with Adam. What could have this deal possibly have been, aside from giving Lilith an out? Well, it's vague enough to fuel my delusions that Adam will be back as a demon so we can get filled in, but given that we still don't have the full context around episode 1's ominous ending, I get the vibe that Lilith basically gave up on hell just like Lucifer once did. So she made a deal with Adam, permitting him to get rid of all sinners through the exterminations without her opposition. Maybe she even gave him the green light to target demons beyond sinners. And in exchange, she gets a long vacation before making her return to a world that ideally lacks any sinners and allows her to start fresh with her kingdom. I said it 2 Hazbin vids ago, but if Lucifer was easy for Charlie to win over, Lilith's going to be the uphill battle. As for where she is, I'm pretty sure it's heaven, the clouds and all, but there could always be a slight chance that it's somewhere near the Garden of Eden. Again, it's all really vague, but heaven is the best bet. And with that, Hazbin Hotel Season 1 comes to a close. Again, I got plenty of videos on the way, lots of theories to unload, but for now, I just want to know what you guys thought about the big finale. Loved it? Hated it? Did Pentious reincarnating make you cry? Let us know in the comments down below, and keep the conversation going over on Twitter and Insta at RoundtableVids. Check out TuneDrip for some dope cartoon merch like the Curse of Feathers and Mud and 3-star designs. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to the Roundtable with notifications on so you never miss a Hazbin Hotel video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Peace!